I mean, Donegal, who are known as being ultra defensive, they're right up there in the scoring charts, which means they're an attractive team to watch, because ultimately when you go to a game, you want to be entertained. And that's what you see, free-flowing game and scoring, end-to-end stuff, getting the ball into the scoring zone, all that kind of stuff is when you want to attract. Now, that said, our attendances are I'm sure they're right up there for the National League. There's great interest. Big crowd here, despite the inclement weather here at the weekend for the Mayo Roscommon game. Of course, we bring huge crowds wherever we go. And but you want to be entertained. If you're paying your good money to go into a show or into a theatre, you're going to be entertained. The same applies to Gaelic football. And there was a danger there for a while and I spoke to a lot of people that were turning their backs on games. But at the same time, the numbers are still turning out. And it's good value to go and see a good game of football. And I think the National League to date we've seen some very, very attractive football. I thoroughly enjoyed all the games I watched at the weekend, and I watched practically everything. I was feeling kind of guilty sitting on the couch yesterday watching so much football. But there were three great games, three very, very good games, and I was very impressed with Cork. Incidentally, they for the first time, you began to see something really positive in that Cork performance. A lot of talent, a lot of good footballers, and unfortunately for Kildare, they were at the end of it, because I thought Kildare on another occasion could have won that game. Daniel Flynn was beginning to motor, and they were quite impressive. But Cork looked really, really good yesterday.
Yeah, Michael, you might take up the Cork point in a second, but just before we move on to that game, John,